What is your full name, please?
Okay, my name is MD Rakib Hussain, but my family member they call me Rakib, so you may address me Rakib.
It's great. Where are you exactly from?
Okay, actually, Bola is my birthplace, but right now I'm stay in Borishal, purpose of my study.
Are you a student or a job holder?
Okay, and recently I completed my graduation, so right now I'm find a greater job for to spend my rest of the life, and also I think I'm a job seeker, so that's why I prepared myself to get a great job.
What do you like most about your hometown?
Okay, from my own perspective, I can say that my hometown is located southern part of Bangladesh and Bhola, which is surrounded by the river, and I think it is the place where there are several types of tourist place and also a multi-falls lake and the modern architecture. So yes, I think this is very special for the tourist sector.
What are the disadvantages you face in your city?
Okay, I tend to think that my city it is a congested of vehicles, so I think there have a lot of vehicles, and that's why I face it the challenging issue for myself. And another significant issue is that the atmosphere and the most of the people they throw their useless plastics in our environment. So I think it's a great challenges in my city, which I face the difficulties.
Okay, how much time do you spend on Facebook?
Okay, to be honest, frequently I use my Facebook in the evening time because of I think it in that time quite free and I have seen several types of histories and also the news. At the same time, I just check my inbox on the closest friend whenever they call they just text something that time I just reply it to them.
What kind of books do you usually read?
Okay, there are several types of books in this contemporary era. I'm a big fan of scientific and science fiction books and because of I'm curious to the innovation, and that's why whenever I feel some better, that time I read some books. But I'm not a avid reader, and when I get any kind of leisure moment, that time I try to invest myself to read some technological books.
Has technology changed the way you study or work?
Yes, I think technology is a crucial part in our life. Without this technology, we I just can't imagine a single day. So I think technology it boosts up our study. For instance, whenever I live in my rural areas, that time I just connect with my online class, and I think it's a great blessing of myself. And secondly, it is a huge resource. It has a huge resource where they have vast information, and when our have need any kind of essential information, so that time we can collect it from the digital platform.
What is the first thing you usually do after waking up?
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, when I just woke up in the morning, that time I fresh up myself. After that, I check my email because of I just check this email because of I just got and I get several types of email from my surrounding people, and so that's why after checking my email and I just go to the restaurant to take my breakfast.
Okay, do you prefer shopping online or in physical stores?
Okay, I tend to think that whenever I purchase any kind of clothes, that I prefer the physical stores. But on the other hand, when I just purchase any kind of gift to just offer it someone, that time I prefer the online because of there are a lot of resource and it has a lucrative and colorful gifts which I can get available over there. So I think it totally depends on the motives.
How often do you use public transport?
Okay, I tend to think that it just depends on myself. But whenever I go to my office or to my destination, it would be so far distance from my hometown. That time I prefer the public transport. On the other hand, just to when I just go to my surrounding areas, and that time I prefer my bike because of it is very flexible and convenient for me. So that's why it totally depends on the distance.
Cool.
Depends.
So, what kind of weather do you usually enjoy the most?
Okay, from my point of view, definitely I prefer the winter season because of it is so much cool and which I like most. And in addition to that, I like it because of and that time I just concentrate to my study and it has not any kind of warm weather. This is the main benefit for me. And on the other hand, that time I just wear a colorful dresses which reflects my inner beauty.
Okay, so do you like taking photos? What do you usually photograph?
Okay, I'm a big fan of to capture different types of photos. To be more specific, just a couple of days ago, I went a one place and it was the Gopt BM College, and it has a um, it has a, tranquil atmosphere, and I think why I like most because of this is the great time when I just capture the great view, and it helps me to boost up my productivity, and overall it is a one kind of memories which I can't and which I just preserve it for the long time.
What is the most challenging part of learning English for you?
Okay, to be honest, there are several types of challenging part to learn any kind of skills. I think English is among one of them. To be more specific, the vocabulary is the tremendously tough for me because of in there are huge number of vocabulary, so my brain can't capture it for the long time. It was a great challenging issues for myself, and additionally I would say the grammatical mistakes is the main significant factor, and I think it is the one kind of main drawbacks for me whenever I write any kind of articles. That time I'm doing a great mistakes about the grammatical mistakes.
Do you usually listen to music while studying?
Yes, from my own perspective, I can say that when I just practice my math, that time I listen some music because of whenever I listen any kind of song, and that time I just enjoyed myself to practice a lot of my mathematical term. And at the same time, I can say that I just listen to some folk song because of it has a deeper meaning and which just enhanced my level about the our old heritage and cultural activities.
What do you usually do in your free time? Like, how do you spend your free time?
Okay, actually, I'm doing several types of activity when I get free times. Because of, to be more specific, I think I read some books and I listen some musics. I This is the great activities which I do, but I think I'm not an avid reader, and at the same time when I get my free time, that time I just doing the social activity which I like most.
Cool. What do you do to stay healthy?
Okay, from my point of view, actually, I'm a health conscious person. So whenever I get or I just enjoy any kind of food, that time I try to select the healthy food. It would be the vegetable and also the vitamin, because of good nutrition. It is the main significant factor for me and also for my life. Secondly, I would say I try to avoid some junk food because of it is detrimental to for my health. So I assume that I just balance it whenever I get any kind of food.
Do you know your neighbors well?
Yes, definitely. My neighbor, they are just extremely renowned and humble person for me. For instance, Mr. Ronnie, who is a people person, whenever I just face any kind of tough moment, particularly my health issues, that time who support me mentally and also who offer several types of my medicine. And so I think yes, from that activity I assume that my neighbors, they are quite good for me.
That is the end of part one. Moving on to part two.